Hello everybody, I'm your CAD course teacher. Today we'll be going over lesson 1 and 2. So lesson 1, we'll be getting started. We'll be doing overview of installation, what is CAD, uses of CAD, and introduction to planes. So I'm hoping everybody has installed this program. And, if not, then use the link in Google Classroom to do so. So let's get to what is CAD. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. It's basically designing objects or materials on a computer. It's just like making Legos if you look at it at a certain way, but a little bit more complex. So CAD is used almost everywhere. Not a lot of people talk about it, but it's used almost everywhere. Your kitchen table, it's probably made from CAD. Your phone, probably designed on CAD. Even your house, probably designed in CAD. Blueprint, those are computer aided designs. So CAD is everywhere. I hope you're here to learn that CAD. So let's now go over to Launchpad or use the Windows button if you're in Windows. Show up Fusion 360. Click this. You get this pop up over here. Okay, once that loads, see, I'm just gonna run you through all the display and everything. So over here, this is a button that revolves. What basically this does is all your sketches, everything goes on top of a plane. Your plane is basically the base. So so there's an X plane, a Z plane, and a Y plane. It's not really that important, but they're basically different planes at different angles. That's the best, easiest definition for it. So if you want to move this around, if you want to look at your sketch at different um, angles, then you use this. You see, you can move it around like that. Press this and drag it. If you have a mouse, press the scroll button or the middle mouse button and press shift. And you can first press shift, then the scroll middle mouse button. Then you can move it around like this. Look, there's a revolve tool. Over here, you can zoom in, zoom out. You can zoom in, zoom out with the scroll button too. And here's the pan tool. You can look, it holds the screen and takes you to the place. For that, there's a shortcut too, which from your mouse, press the scroll middle mouse button. That's it. And you move it around just like that. Pretty simple. So here where it says grid and snaps, you tick all of these. It's I just recommend you do it. It'll be very helpful. If you really don't like the settings, then you could mess with these and see what's best for you. So let's get to the top section. Here are all the create tools. Here's a sketch. You can create the sketch here and the create tools, which help you to make your sketches into solids. Then modify. We'll get to all of this later. Construct, inspect, and insert. If you want to insert a picture, we'll also get to that later. Then there's the surface. See if you want to modify the surface a little. Then sheet metal. You're probably not going to use all of this. It's just there. It's not the basics. Okay, now we know everything. Let's hop on to create sketch. So here are all the planes you could choose from. Use any plane you want. There's all at different angles. Excuse me, not planes or axes. So now when you go to create, you see a bunch of options here. You can make an ellipse, it's like oval kind of shape, polygon, arc, circle, rectangle. Let's start off, let's just make a rectangle. 2-point rectangle. 1 point here. 1 point here. You finish sketch. So you finish sketch, you kind of see your sketch over here. Click that. Either press E or go to create, press extrude. What extrude does is basically makes your sketch or 2D object into a solid. How it does it is, you see the distance here? It's in millimeters. You can press 10 and look, this becomes into a solid. If I can even press the arrow like this, that works too. It also goes backwards. And for the operation, try to make it into a new component. But for now, I'll do a new body and I'll show you how to make it into a component. So this is how you make a two-dimensional sketch into 3D. Try to revise that, try to see how that works. It's all about practice. The more you practice, the more you'll understand the basics. And now, let's get to joining them. Joining them like Legos. They're basically Legos. You can call them Legos. So, when I want to join something, I need two objects, right? So, I have to copy this. So, it's not your standard copy and paste. What you do is this is right now it's a body. It starts off as a body. So, you see this arrow button here? Click that. See this body 1? Right click body 1. And then it says create components from bodies. Use that. Press that. And now that's a component. Once it's a component, you can copy paste it. So, copy. Right click the component. Copy. And then Command V. Here are arrows, and this helps you drag your object. However, if you really want to mess with the angle of the object, distance, you can do that. Now you can press OK once you're done. Now both of these are components. Why did I make that body into a component? Because component basically is another term for parts. And in Legos, you can only join parts together. You can't just join a full made body together, if you know what I mean. So now let's get to the join tool. Join tool, what it does, it basically joins two 3D objects. Simple as that. We can either press J and join tool shows up, or you can go to assemble and press joint here. Second one, joint. So what you want to do now is that once you've pressed snap select, is you have to get this to the middle. So if you click this face and it's in the middle here, the middle part of that will join the middle part of this. So the second component, press the middle part of this. Look, see, the middle part of that will join the middle part of this. That's how it works. If, let's say, and I'll show you something else too. Let's say you want to delete something. You usually cannot delete two-dimensional objects. You can hide them, but look, sketches, you can hide them. You probably won't see it. That's how you hide something. If you want to hide the components to see through and stuff, you can also do that. Press the I button. That's how you could hide them. So, but to delete them, best option, Command Z. But let's say you can't, you're way too far ahead. So you can delete a solid object. What you do is you right click and you select it like this. Or you can just go here, press delete. I give any delete. It's all deleted. Here. This is also a good option to delete everything. Now it becomes into body. So let's just get back to where we were. Okay. So now we're here. So this is how you use the joint tool. But what if I don't want it to stick together like this? I want it a different way. And I remove this. So that component is now gone. Or you can remove or delete. Delete's better. Make a new, yeah, you already have it copy pasted. Just press Control V, Command V for Mac. Command V. Oh, then if that does not work, press copy, Command V. Now you get this here. Press joint. Let's say you want this. Let's say you want the corner part, the corner of this, to stick to the middle of this rectangle. That's how you do it. You press the corner part of this and the middle part of that. It's very simple. And it's actually a very important aspect of Fusion 360. So what I want you to do is just keep practicing that and you'll get the hang of it. It's very simple. I have an assignment for you guys on Google Classroom. I highly recommend you do it. It is optional. Once you do it, you actually get the hang of it, and it's okay if you make mistakes. I want you to make mistakes so you can understand what's going on. That's how I learned, and I hope you can learn that way too. Thank you, and see you in the next session.